In the space between one breath and the next, a life can be won or lost forever. The danger does not always lure. Sometimes it simply waits, perfectly still, perfectly patient. There is a stillness before the strike that no creature ever forgets if it survives it. The savannah quickly shifts from gentle morning to demanding daylight. The first currents of heated air form above exposed ground. These subtle movements will grow stronger as the day advances. Light warms the ground warms the air, and the air begins to move. Cool temperatures make travel easier across exposed ground. Morning is often the most efficient time to cover distance. The early landscape offers clearer views and lower temperatures. As the light strengthens, that window begins to close. Warmth enters the soil and begins to rise back into the air. Morning calm contains the beginnings of the afternoon weather. The atmosphere is already preparing for clouds, wind, or heat. Sunrise begins a chain of changes that continues until evening. The weather of the day is built from these quiet early exchanges. These conditions create a brief window of opportunity. Personality can influence boldness, patience, sociability, and movement. A cautious individual may avoid danger, while a bolder one may discover food first. Changing conditions reward different qualities at different times. The savannah favors diversity not only among species, but within them. Every herd contains a range of experience and temperament. That variety creates resilience when the unexpected occurs. Neither strategy is always superior. These differences are subtle, but they can affect survival. Storms, fires, floods, and droughts can suddenly rearrange familiar routines. Animals must respond before they fully understand the new situation. Instinct provides an immediate response, while experience refines it. After disturbance, the first task is often to re-establish contact with the group. Reunion restores the protection of shared vigilance. Calls, movement, and scent help separated individuals locate one another. Once cohesion returns, normal behavior can gradually resume. Survival depends on moving smoothly between the two. Recovery is a process rather than a single moment. A scattered herd is more difficult to coordinate. Animals may remain tense long after the immediate threat has passed. This transition conserves energy and prevents constant stress. The body needs time to return from alarm to calm. Too much time in either state can be harmful. Not every animal reacts to the environment in exactly the same way. Wildlife must repeatedly shift between readiness and relaxation. Permanent fear would make feeding impossible, while complete relaxation would invite danger. A reflective surface may appear calm, while the surrounding shoreline remains filled with caution. The rhythm of a waterhole is shaped by repeated arrivals, brief visits, and constant departures. Moisture changes the color of the land before any new growth becomes fully visible. Each source has its own pattern of use depending on depth, accessibility, and season. Water gives the Savannah moments of concentration in a landscape otherwise defined by distance. Where the land dips, rainfall gathers and briefly reshapes the movement of life. A channel that looks insignificant in the dry season may become powerful after heavy rain. The direction of flowing water reveals the hidden slope of the surrounding ground. Riverbanks form natural boundaries, but they also create routes followed by many species. Wet soil supports a different community from the dry grassland only a few steps away. The transition from dust to mud changes both the texture and the safety of the terrain. A quiet river bend can influence movement across a much wider area than its banks suggest. At the edge of water, every footprint becomes part of a constantly updated record. The smallest pools can become important stopping points during long journeys across dry country. Shallow margins offer easy access, though they may also expose visitors to greater risk. Deeper sections remain cooler and more stable as surface conditions continue to change. The shape of a pool influences how quickly it loses water beneath the sun. Broad, shallow water disappears faster than narrow, shaded channels. Water often determines where the open plains become crowded and where they remain empty. Across the savannah, every water source creates a temporary center around which life reorganizes itself. Tree canopies break the flow of air and create sheltered zones behind them. Open grassland allows stronger, more continuous movement. Birds approaching a perch must account for these local effects. A smooth landing often begins well before the feet touch the branch. The search for usable air continues throughout the day. The approach angle changes with wind, height, and available space. Birds may circle once or more before selecting the safest position. At lower heights, vegetation influences wind speed and turbulence. Birds travel through a system that changes minute by minute. The sky is therefore shaped by what happens on the surface below. From an exposed perch, birds can scan a wide area without using energy in flight. Branches differ in strength, width, and stability. A good resting place must support the body while allowing a quick departure. Perching becomes a way to gather information before the next movement. A quiet bird may be watching far more than the camera can reveal. Its head turns to separate sounds coming from different directions. Birds locate them through experience and subtle physical sensation. A small shift in lift can be enough to change direction. Cloud shadows can cool the ground and weaken rising currents. These variations produce separate pockets of rising air. Bright sunlight can restore them within a short time. A crowded perch requires even greater precision. Small eye movements track motion across the ground and sky. The ability to focus quickly is essential in an open environment. attention can shift instantly from a nearby insect to a distant threat. Birds often use height to improve both visibility and reaction time. Muscles recover, body temperature falls, and energy is saved for the next opportunity. Movement becomes more efficient during cooler mornings, evenings, or nights. Light and temperature influence when predators are most active. The hottest hours often favor stillness and shade. Others use daylight and open ground to watch prey over great distances. Each species follows the hours that best suit its senses and hunting style. Night changes the balance between hunter and prey. Reduced visibility can provide cover, but it also makes distance harder to judge. Predators often remain motionless until the moment for action is clear. Ears turn toward faint sounds, eyes follow distant movement, and the nose tests the wind. Hunting begins with information gathered from the environment. Experience allows older hunters to recognize patterns that younger animals may miss. They learn where herds gather, which routes prey prefer, and when water attracts vulnerable visitors. Rest is an essential part of the hunting life, not a sign of inactivity. The more accurately the predator reads the scene, the less energy it wastes. Some rely on darkness to approach unseen. The body may appear relaxed while every sense remains focused. A rustle in the grass may offer the first clue that prey is nearby. Sound and scent become more important after the sun disappears. Between hunts, predators rest to preserve strength. Memory can guide a predator back to productive areas across different seasons. The best hunting grounds change as rain, drought and migration reshape the plains. Following the herds can require long journeys across difficult terrain. When prey moves, predators must move with it. Branches above the plains provide safe observation points in a wide and exposed world. Where moisture persists, roots hold on and leaves remain for a little longer. The tree stands still, yet life is constantly moving through and around it. A line of healthy trees may reveal an underground channel or a riverbed beyond sight. Vegetation often tells the story of water more clearly than the empty surface. Dry bark shelters tiny creatures from the burning air. Hollows within old trunks become cool chambers hidden from the sun. Some species remain green long after the surrounding vegetation has faded. These green crowns stand out like signals of hidden water. Their leaves reveal access to moisture stored deep beneath the hardened ground. Above ground, the trees may appear peaceful. Below, their struggle for moisture continues unseen. The difference between survival and decline may lie only a few meters below the soil. Trees cannot move toward water, so they must reach it from where they stand. This dependence has shaped every part of their design. The dry months increase competition between plants as roots search the same shrinking reserves. Small leaves reduce water loss, while thick surfaces protect against the sun. Elsewhere, branches grow bare as the dry season tightens its grip. Long thorns discourage hungry animals from taking too much. Every feature serves a purpose in a season where resources are limited. Rough bark shields living tissue from heat and sudden fire. Deep-rooted trees often remain standing after smaller vegetation has disappeared. Deep-rooted trees often remain standing after smaller vegetation has disappeared. Their endurance changes the appearance of the entire plain. Each surviving canopy becomes a marker of resilience within the dry landscape. Distant features may appear sharper before heat begins to distort the view. Morning light often separates the grasslands into bands of gold and shade. Cool conditions briefly reduce the harshness of the exposed landscape. The grasslands begin each day under a balance of light, shadow, and quiet air. By midday, the plains take on a brighter and more demanding character. Shadows shrink beneath grass stems, rocks, and isolated trees. Colors become pale as brightness reflects from dry vegetation and exposed soil. The open plains offer little protection from the full force of midday heat. The grasslands reveal their harshest face when shade is shortest. Cool air keeps the horizon clearer during the earliest hours. Every stem catches the sun at a slightly different angle. The first brightness brings texture back to the open plains. The lowering sun brings back long shadows and richer color. Heat rises visibly from the ground and blurs the distant horizon. Every living thing must respond to the intensity of the sun. The landscape can appear to shimmer beneath the strongest sun. Direct sunlight removes much of the softness seen earlier in the day. Distance becomes harder to judge through the wavering air. Shallow-rooted plants weaken first when the upper soil loses its water. Late afternoon returns warmth and depth to the open landscape. the group changes direction, hundreds of individual choices can merge into a single flowing movement. This coordination makes the herd appear larger, faster, and more difficult to isolate. Young animals learn the rhythm of the group by following those with more experience. This memory can guide the entire herd when familiar conditions begin to fail. Their first lessons are simple. Stay close, keep moving, and react quickly. Even moments of play contain practice for the challenges ahead. Every journey gives the young another chance to understand the land around them. Mothers remain attentive to every change in the behavior of their young. Playful movements help develop the balance and strength they will later need for survival. A calf that drifts too far from the herd can quickly become vulnerable. Protection often comes from staying within reach of larger, more experienced bodies. The bond between parent and young is one of the strongest forms of defense on the plains. As the young grow, curiosity pulls them outward, while instinct keeps drawing them back. They remember routes that lead toward water and places where danger has appeared before. Growing up on the savannah means learning when to explore and when to retreat. Body, position, movement and attention help the animals respond as one shifting unit. Communication often happens without a sound. Older animals carry knowledge built through years of drought, migration, and close encounters. The land feels closer as the horizon disappears. Others follow as the sky deepens into blue and violet. Evening changes not only what can be seen, but how the landscape is perceived. The first star may appear above the fading western glow. Only the sky continues to hold clear color. For a short time, stars and sunset share the same horizon. This layered light gives the evening a sense of great depth. Familiar distances become difficult to estimate. The farthest plains dissolve into a single band of darkness. The transition narrows the visible world minute by minute. The last trace of daylight remains beneath the growing night sky. At the same time, the darkness makes the unknown seem larger. High clouds may continue glowing after the ground has become dark. Their colour gradually fades from orange to pink, then grey. The highest parts of the atmosphere hold sunlight longer than the plains below. Even the strongest depend on the balance maintained by others. Life here is shaped by forces greater than any single animal. Those who survive do so by reading the land and responding to change. The plains connect sky, soil, water, and wildlife in one continuous system. The land appears timeless because its cycles are endlessly renewed. Each footprint disappears, but the journey it represents becomes part of the whole. The savannah does not belong to one species, but to every life within it. From drought to abundance, the cycle turns without hesitation. The savannah offers no promises, only opportunities. Every breath of wind carries the savannah's story a little farther.